What's up, y'all? It's your boy T Thizzle 88. It's just T Thizzle saying hi to the season sizzle as I am getting ready to bring you all, yes, another season calm. This time I got another. I don't even know how this story time even occurred in my life. It's hard to believe even going back and reflecting on it, but somehow this did happen and I decided that I would bring you all this story. Believe it if you want. If you don't, oh well, I know that it did happen, so I'm gonna just throw it right here on the pallet. So, probably, this is 2 houses ago. We've moved quite a bit in my time with my family and everything, but 2 houses ago, we pretty much had this nice living room set up, basically dining room table, books, shelves, and everything, and on this one drawer set, we had a little desktop computer. Now, we had this desktop computer for about years and everything before we actually decided to finally go ahead and get ready to move out. But something happened to the point where we weren't even able to keep that computer before we even left. I mean, everything was running smoothly. People would just go on and just play games. It was barely even used, to be honest, so there was no reason why it should get messed up. But then, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but the computer just started acting funny. Like the program started slowing down. Everything was starting to go downhill with the computer, and nobody could really figure it out. And it was just running slow. It wasn't running at its normal speeds or anything like that. And so much so to the point that it actually said that the computer had a virus. Now, many examples, or there are many reasons behind why a computer can get a virus. For the male audience, there are normally a typical few reasons to be specific, but I'm not going to go into detail there. But that surely was not the case with this computer. This was a family computer. It was basically in a room where if you happened to be getting caught with one of those fewer reasons, then you were just going to get caught. Like, there was no sneaking behind that. And normally when people get involved into that, they try to do it in a private setting where they're more secluded and everything of that sort. And I assure you that was not the case. And as always, continuously, the computer was still running slow. And the virus was starting to get worse and worse. And to the point where even when you would turn on the computer, it would just take a tremendous amount of time to even load up and get to the startup screen and everything of that nature. And even opening up programs, the programs were starting to crash. And once again, nobody had a clue what it was. So I remember this one day, I tried to get on the computer to play some weird game. I don't remember what it was. It was some like mystery girl game where this schoolgirl went through this high school late at night or something, and to pick clues for some mysterious murder or something like that. And it was weird because you had a horse and all that stuff, but that's besides the fact. And so I'm playing the game, and the computer, of course, so some people don't know the difference. The monitor is the actual screen. The computer is a box that you click to turn on the computer. So the computer box is sounding like it's heating up and everything, and it kind of draws my attention towards it. Now, at the bottom of the computer box, there's a little gap between the drawer set and the computer. It's like a little space in between where you can like stick your hand under it and everything. And I noticed that it looked a little bit like darker in some areas and more, to sum it all up, it looked more shadowy in some areas, and in some areas it looked a little bit more lighter. And I got closer to looking under that computer, and I started to see kind of a shape under the computer. And I was really confused. I'm like, what the heck? Like, this doesn't look too normal. Like the way the shadows are casted under here, it just doesn't look right. And as I got closer and saw that it was darker in some areas than the other, I realized something that you all wouldn't believe. There was a tail hanging outside of the bottom of the computer. And it started moving more and more. And it started coming from out. It started coming out the bottom of the computer because we had like a little hole at the bottom of the computer. It started coming out of it and it started curling up. Now, what was it? You all may have or may have not guessed it. I don't think you would have guessed it, but a snake evidently was living in our computer during this time. And I don't know if this had anything to do with the computer running slow or not, but let me tell you, even after we basically got rid of the snake, the computer never acted the same since then. But anyway, after the snake came out and curled up, I can only think of one of two things. Snakes, when they typically stay in one area for long durations of time, and put two and two together with the snake curling up, only thing I possibly could think of was that it was a mother snake trying to protect or raise or hatch its little babies. And I think this is what was going on. So it started curling up under the computer after it came out the bottom of the computer. So I told my mom and everything, like when it came out, man, I was like, man, this ain't some normal stuff. You don't see this stuff every day. I thought this was like some demonic stuff. So I told my mom, I backed up from the computer. You didn't have to say come closer to me once again. I stayed away from that. That was some Illuminati type stuff. And so I told my mom. She called 911, which is probably making me seem pretty soft in this commentary, but oh well, I'm telling the truth. She called 911 because I wasn't gonna try to grab it, gloves or no gloves, and they pulled it from the bottom of the computer, and it was just a garter snake, but it was just a rare circumstance, so I wasn't gonna deal with it. I hope y'all enjoyed this commentary. If you all have ever had snakes or anything coming from your computer, let me know, because that would be very interesting. I doubt it. But if you ever had any circumstance where I can't even ask the proper question because nothing compares to this, just leave your comments in the comments box below. It's been boy T Dizzle 88. If you all enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and peace out.